Hey guys, Captain Foley here, and I've got a quick review. I actually went and saw Batman v Superman tonight for an early screening, and I gotta say, it's a good movie. It's not perfect, it has some problems, um, but overall, I definitely recommend seeing it. I'm going to see it a few times. It's, like I said, not perfect. It's got some story problems and inconsistencies. It starts off really slow, and we get to see something we've seen 6, 7, 8 million times before. So the beginning is kind of lackluster for me. The first part of the movie kind of sets things up interestingly. It's looking like it's going to build some kind of cohesive story in a few spots, and then it kind of falls apart. Second half is just cramming a whole bunch of elements all in together to make something that is a setup for a different movie. This movie, it's got a lot of, like I said, it's got a lot of shoehorned in elements, especially near the end, and it's something that it needed to be toned down a little bit in a few spots. You need to focus on one or two central themes and not all the ones that it went with. It was just a little bit too much. So that's my main problem with it. It's a great comic book movie. If you always want to see a fight between Superman and Batman, this is the movie you've been waiting for. Got some great comic book moments, got some great fight scenes, great visuals, amazing effects, a lot of great action. But there's a lot of slow parts. There's a lot of parts that don't make a lot of sense. And like I said, there was one thing at the beginning, which you can probably guess what it is. I don't want to give anything away in this review. I'm going to do a spoiler-filled review sometime on the weekend, probably, for you, give you guys a chance to have seen the movie. But there's something at the beginning that we've seen ad nauseum, and I just don't want to see it again. That being said, I saw it in 3D. The 3D element's cool, but it's not used to its full advantage in most of the movie. There's the odd, cool scene, especially at the beginning. That scene that I was just talking about, where we've seen too many times. That scene in 3D, there's some cool elements there. And some of the fight scenes, they didn't really use the 3D as effectively as they could have. And that kind of bothers me. I love 3D movies. I'll be buying this in 3D when it comes out, because I do have a 3D TV. But overall, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. The anticipation I've had for this movie has just been intense, and I don't think it really stood up to what I expected it to be, which is mainly my fault. But a lot of the hype building up towards it was very intense, and then at the end, the last couple of days, where people have seen early screenings of it, and it's got like 38% on Rotten Tomatoes or something. And I understand where they're coming from. Like I said, there are problems with the story. I see what they were trying to do, but there's just one element that they introduce that really shouldn't have been in this one. They should have waited at least another movie or two to really have that happen. The main event at the end, that would have made a bigger impact, I think. I think it was way too early. That being said, this is not really a Superman movie. It's more of a Batman movie, which is kind of disappointing, because I do like Superman. I know I don't have any here except for the composite Superman. I thought it'd make an interesting figure for this discussion, but I really think Superman needs another single movie sometime before the events of the end of this one happened, personally. And I think we need to see more of the other characters in this movie again before what actually happened. But I mean, it did have some interesting elements. Lex Luthor in it he's an interesting character, but he's not Lex Luthor. The casting was not good for that. I was hoping against hope that it would be good and that he would actually redeem himself in my eyes, because I just had this bad feeling as soon as I found out who was doing it. And I'm like, all through the trailers leading up to this, the last 2 years, I just did not see him being Lex Luthor. And I really hoped he would redeem himself in my eyes, and he just didn't. He kind of fell flat. He's a good bad guy, but I don't think he's Lex Luthor. Ben Affleck as Batman is incredible. Really good job. The bat suit is by far my favorite, and some of the gadgets and stuff we see. Alfred's awesome. Superman is, like I said, underused a little bit in this movie, and he doesn't really have a chance to shine, which is a shame because this is basically the second Superman movie. We've seen a butt ton of Batman movies, but this one is just a new Batman movie, I think, with Superman in it, which is a shame. Don't get me wrong, I love Batman. I absolutely love Batman, but I was really hoping for more Superman element in this one. Superman doesn't really shine through like he should in a lot of different ways. And once you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. As for the other characters, Lois Lane, the head of the Daily Planet, can't remember his name offhand. They're pretty well done. Lois, again, isn't used to her full potential, I don't think. There's just, like I said, a few elements that just don't make sense. So anyway, I've kind of rambled long enough about it, but I thought I would at least give you my first thoughts on it. I just came back from the screening. We went at 6:30. It's like 12 now, so I've been home for a little while, and all the kids are in bed and stuff, and I thought I'd do this quick review and tell you guys that I'll have a spoiler full review coming up in the next few days. I plan on doing that this weekend, perhaps, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you click the like button and the subscribe button, as there's lots of cool stuff on my channel. And yeah, I am looking forward to hearing your comments on what you thought about this movie in the comment section below. So that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is Captain Foley signing off. Bye-bye.